And we're back. We're back. Radio personality voice. Disengaged. Okay, looks like we're rolling. And stream is healthy. It's an important thing, a healthy stream. Ask any man who's getting on in years. Healthy stream. There's nothing to cough at. Yark, yark, yark. All right. Airwindows pointy guitar. The hateful bigot is going to not review the new plugin, but see if it brings something to the table. I'm not really a hateful bigot. It's just that I was collaborating and having quite a good time collaborating with one of the, what I would call the Airwindows inner circle. And it's a very, shall we say, left-leaning circle. Quite far left-leaning circle politically. And I happen to think that countries should have strong borders and actually vet the people who come in to their societies. Make sure that they're not murderers and rapists and criminals of various kinds. I just happen to think that that's a good idea. And so for that, I was branded a bigot. Hence the admittedly snarky description of this stream. So, yeah. The hateful bigot who has married into a Korean family, who's been married into a Korean family for the last 15 years and has been a part of Korean society for the better part of 30 years. That hateful bigot, I'm going to see if I can update my ultra politically correct toolkit and check out this new tool, which is called, what was it again? ChimeyGuitar. I'm a big fan of pointy guitar. Pointy guitar was an amp sim that Chris recently came out with. And it's my favorite amp sim for heavy guitars, distorted guitars. It's absolutely fantastic. He says this is not an amp sim per se. It's more of a, it's a hyped up compression sort of thingy. And I liked the sounds he was getting with a Strat and a Rickenbacker bass out of it. So I'm curious to see how it's going to do with my the acoustic guitar and the bass guitar parts that I recently laid down, even though the bass part is well, it's a VST instrument, not a real bass. But anyway, so first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and fire up Cakewalk, get the project opened. And I saw somebody liked this, and somebody seems to be watching, so please do say hello. Say hello to the hateful bigot who's lived more than half of his life in a foreign culture, halfway across the world from his homeland. All right. Okay, and now, I was going to give this whole thing a rest for a day, but I can't resist. When Chris comes out with a new tool, I can't resist checking it out, especially when it's something like this. He starts his videos by playing a clip with the new effect or utility or whatever it is. And it sounded like Dire Straits. Like, that's a Dire Straits kind of sound. And then he actually mentioned, yeah, this gives this Strat kind of a Dire Straits kind of hype. And I was like, yeah, I called it. So here we go. Let me pull the browser up. And the browser with too many tabs. And let me see. Well, don't need that. And don't need that. These are old tabs, man. I thought about doing a cover of this song because it's a beautiful song. And then I see I'm a hateful bigot, you see. And I looked at the lyrics and I realized it's a chick song. It's not a man's song. Not a man's song. Please allow the hateful bigot to hold forth on this topic for just a minute. In the let me see. In the arms of an angel, guitar chords. Here we go. I wanted to get the there we go. Ultimate guitar. Beautiful song. But here's the words. Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to not feel good enough. And it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins. Let me be empty and weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. That's not a man song. It's not. That's a chick song. It's a girl song. I love Sarah McLachlan. I love that album. I do. I actually went out and bought it way back in the day and listened to it all the time. I love beautiful chick music, but it's girl music. Like Johnny Cash would never sing this. Kidding me? Jeez, I mean, with a, and then I see the only part I ever listened to was like the melody, the beautiful melody, the chord changes, the texture. It's just that lush, feminine energy, and then in the arms of the angel, That's all I ever heard. I never listened to the words. Fly away from here, from this cold, dark hotel room. Yeah, okay. I mean, all right. But I don't know. It seems kind of like a thing that that's a trope from musicians that write songs about being on the road kind of thing. I guess you could say this is like, I don't know, a battered woman that had to run away and get a cold, dark hotel room. You're pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. That's pretty good. But you would think like, man, if I had a song with such an amazing chorus, If I'd written that with that kind of imagery, man, I would fill the verses with such just, I'd be indirect about it, but I would fill the verses with unconscionable horror. I would. Or real existential gripery, like stuff that really sucks. Stuff that really, really, really makes you wonder if there is a God, why would he make a world like this? That's what I would do. Not this not feeling good enough. And it's hard at the end of the day. So I really wanted to do kind of like a Johnny Cashed out, low baritone delivery of this song, but no, can't. Too bad. So sad. Anyway, airwindows.com. If you've commented in let me see. Whoever was stopping by, did I get a hello? How many freaking windows do I have? And I can't even tell where one begins and the other ends. Good Lord. Okay, now I'm all mixed up. All right, I've got two. Where is my... I better still be streaming. Okay, that's my Airwindows window. And this... Oh, this is my Airwindows window. Where's my live stream? I better still be live streaming, man. All right, I'm getting to the bottom of this. I got to get to the bottom of this. Did I close out my live stream window? Oh, all right. It's not in this window. Is it there? No. Is it here?
Oblivious, because I've been busy with other things.
God, I'm so dumb. I guess I got to visit my channel and see if I'm still streaming. View your channel. It seems like I'm still streaming. There it is. God, this is so annoying. I should... God, maybe I closed the... What do I do here? God, this is so dumb. All right. I got two browser windows. That one I was... Oh, there it is. No. That's where I was checking out Ninko's stream last night. Doggone it. I must have closed the streaming window, tab, whatever. All right. What am I going to do? I know what I'll do. Okay. I'll go into YouTube Studio, see if I can re-access the nonsense that I'm up to right now. Geez, content, live. All right, well, there it is. Live viewers 2, views 3, Still zero comment. Well, there it is. How do I get my... Jeez, if I go... if I do this... Can I get my... Oh! We're back! We're back! Yeah, man, Phil, she's... Mozart, meow, meow. You're back! Mozart, is it Mozart or Mozart? Meow Meow is back. A cheesy FM radio voice, morning show voice. Okay, thanks for bearing with me. Mozart, okay. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it, man. I'm getting more people who are appearing and then reappearing, and that's nice. Actually, I mean, I would never want this to like get big, you know? I like it just the way it is, to be honest. It's never going to blow up and get big. All right, where'd it go this time? I want to get it like I had it. Okay, other window. There. Yeah. Right, now I need to scoot this over. I'm really... Oh, jeez. All right. What am I going to... I'm like all thumbs with a mouse. It's just like, how long have I been using a mouse? And I'm still just, it drives me nuts. And don't get me started on smartphones. Thumb typing. Look me up in the encyclopedia under Old Man Who Yells at Cloud. You could ask Phil about this. I get ornery about this shit. All right. Okay, now I'm on to the... I love Sarah McLachlan. I love that song. It's just, you can't do that song like Johnny Cash, and that's kind of my criterion. If Johnny wouldn't do it, I'm not doing it. Okay, so here we are. All right, we're back, and hey, Eric, man, how you doing? Got everybody piling in here. It's wonderful, Eric. I was just listening to. I don't know if you read the. Little blurb, the video description, but I didn't mention it there. But okay, so I'm reviewing a new plugin from Airwindows called what was it called again? I keep forgetting. Pointy Guitar is an awesome amp sim for crunch and distortion and all that good stuff. And this is what is it called? Spanky Guitar, something like that. He was making a Strat sound like really Dire Straitsy with it. And then he started saying like you could use it on bass to get just extra pop and attack and stuff. And like, okay, I'm doing a live stream. I was going to take a day off, but no. So here we go. I'm not going to mess this up again this time. Okay. There's my live streaming. I'm not going to touch that here. All right. Now we're going to airwindows.com and see if I can still download and update my Airwindows Consolidated, because these guys are really virtuous leftists, and I have been branded a bigot because I think countries should have borders. Did I mention this before? Yeah, I think I did. So I'll stop. Pointy guitar, but clean. ChimeyGuitar. Okay. And it's supposed to be all right. Here's my follow-up to pointy guitar. What if instead of distort, the imaginary amp compressed? Okay, so some technical speak that I don't know. Let's just download. I mean, first I want to see if I can still download and update my toolkit. This guy's a genius. He might have figured out a way to filter me, so I can't get his tools anymore. Because I used to lurk in his live stream. You know, I used to lurk in their circle, and just like marvel at, you know, these people really believe. I'm not the biggest Trump fan anymore, but these people really believe that Trump is a Russian agent, and he is part of the Russian plot to destroy America. They really believe that. And they believe that, you know, if you want America to have a real border, you're a bigot, among other things. I always just bit my tongue and, you know, but they found out I'm a bigot. So anyway, here goes. I'm going to see if I can, download and update my toolkit. Consolidate plugin is here for users of blah, blah, blah. It's on GitHub, so, you know, there shouldn't be any problem. Okay, Airwindows consolidated, Windows 64-bit setup exe. That's the one I want. And so far, so good. Save. Did it save? Yes, it did. So I'm just going to run anyway. Uncle Billy's good. Uncle Billy's looking out for me. He's got my 6, Uncle Billy. Love that guy. Okay. Yes, I do. I accept the agreement. Yes. Install. The following applications are using files that need to be updated by setup. Automatically close the applications. Well, I don't want to do that. I'll just close it myself. Close it myself. No. Let me just go back, install. There we go. Okey dokey. Now, yeah, Phil, I don't know Mozart too well yet. He's just got a funny handle. I assume that Mozart meow is a cow person. Or not cow person. Cat person. I assume this is a cat person. Don't ask me where I get that from. This is a hunch. And Phil, I think, is a cat person as well. So there's a jumping off point for you too. And Phil, you're welcome to go into and Eric, you guys go into the conspiracy. What is it called? Over at, in the cavatorium over on Discord. What do we call that? The conspiracy something. The conspiracy channel. Go over to the conspiracy channel and give us some live chat, man. I'm trying out a new tool here, and I'd like to hear what you guys think. So please get on Discord. Let your voices be heard, sirs. I'm starting up Cakewalk again. Mozart, meow, meow. Sounds like a DJ name. That's a very Phil-esque compliment. Ain't my drinking no more. There we go. So, oh, yeah, sure thing. I'll type that into the chat right here. LEAN_BEAR. And just, make sure you look it up in the friend adding area. I think it's in the upper left part of the UI. And then I'll send you an invite to Lean Bear's Cavatorium, and I'll let you into the inner sanctum, the conspiracy channel, where you can let your voice be heard. This is slowly turning into a radio program that no one ever listens to, except for the cool people, right? So here in a couple of minutes, I'll go check Discord and see if you've sent me like a add friend sort of thing there. What is your Discord? I'm inferring that this person has already established a Discord. What do you call it? Profile account? Something about that question. What is your Discord? Love to see you in Discord. Okay. Phil, I still don't hear your beautiful voice. Eric? Oh, bedtime. Okay. I'm down with bedtime. Okay, here we go. So I laid down a bass track last night. Okay, I'm checking it out right now. Hang on. Let me see here. Okay. Friends 1. Clicking it. Click. 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 It's not responding. Go to pending. Pending. Oh, pending. Thank you. And I guess your cardboard. Accept. There we go. Now I got to go to my server. And I'm still learning my way around this. I need to invite you in here. And that is, let me see. I always forget. Where's the button to invite someone here? It's like not the most intuitive AI UI I've ever worked with, but that's not saying much. Hosting the pool party. Just finished cleaning up, watching your late night radio show. Yeah. Phil, I'm assuming you're talking to me. I'm just trying to figure out how to, I can't never remember none of this stuff. There's triple negative for you. I can't never remember none of this shit. How can I invite Mozart Meow Meow into the cavatorium? There's a button for it. And it's in, I got to do it from in here. Go to your server and press the drop down menu. Then press okay. I'm in my server right now. Or next to search on the left side. Where is search on the left side? There's search. Oh, okay. Hide member list, pinned messages, notification settings, threads. There's the search window right there. And irritation level has just achieved 1.5. That's 1.5 out of 10. Nah, 0.75. Irritation is now at 0.75. So let's try the copy link. Press the 2-person icon. That just show member list, hide member list. That's the 2-person icon, isn't it? Okay. Irritation is not due to you. It's due to me. It's irritation at myself for never remembering how to do this. How do I copy the link? Go to your server, press the drop-down menu. Where's the drop-down menu? That. Oh, here we go. Invite people. See, all this stuff conveniently hidden behind what? There's like, okay, a little inverted caret. There's nothing to indicate that there's so much hidden behind that. You got to remember it, right? Okay. Invite people. There you are. Invite. Now I've sent the invite. Hallelujah. Sent the invite. So now you're going to, I guess you're going to pop in. You're going to appear at any moment. And then I'll let you into I'll add you to the conspiracy channel. I might as well go ahead and do that now. Conspiracy channel's down here. I don't need to be connected because I've already, but, oh, good Lord. Come on, man. Come on, man. Sound like Joe Biden. No. See, okay, well, okay, Eric Gale gets 100. I didn't mean to do that, but how do I, okay, voice connected. Well, I want to get in to where I can invite. Am I in the, breathe, 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 breathe. This is not a big deal, man. This is not a big deal. Chances are in less than 20 years, I'm going to be dead. And this is not a big deal. At all, man. At all. Let me see. Community Hangout. Yeah, okay. All right, there's Community Hangout. All right, man. Conspiracy Channel. Confirm. Now, how, pray tell, can I add a new member? Is it this little plus? Upload a file, create a thread, create poll, use apps. Phil, see your Discord message. Okay. Are you going to Rickroll me? This is where I get Rickrolled, right? Oh, you're in... okay. If you're in voice, I don't hear you. Press this to join the audio room. Oh, is this yours? This is yours. Okay. Press this. Press what? Hey, Brian. Yeah, I know it's in the server where you invite people, but where in the server? And now Brian says he cannot access Discord at all. It's gone bonkers. So, you see, this whole thing has gone sideways. But that's okay. Just join the room lounge. But it says press this to join the audio room. What do I press, sir? Man, I'm starting to feel old. Because I'm just like, yeah. Let's see. Oh. See, okay. All right. Lounge. Wait a minute. Okay, so that's my server. And lounge. Community Hangout stream room. Yeah. Just press lounge. Okay. I'll just follow your directives here. Boom. See, how can I get this little window here to disappear? Why is that there? Why does it say voice connected? I can't even see what you're telling me about. Oh, lounge. Okay. All right. So, should I be able to hear you now? I don't hear another human voice. Are you a human, sir, or are you a cat? Are you a cat using some sort of feline prosthetic device to like type in comment sections? But now you're just being a quiet cat. Phil's there. I can't hear anybody. Hang on. Muted. I'm muted. But I can't hear you guys. Great. Now just click the headphone icon. All right. My headphone icon. All right. Now can I hear you guys?
Did you figure it out?
All right. What? Phil is...
I was talking about you the whole time.
Phil, why are we in the lounge or are we in the
We're in the lounge.
What about the conspiracy channel? Why did we start the conspiracy channel if we
Did you invite him to that?
Well, I was trying to and I couldn't figure it out. Figure it out.
Hey, it's all good, man.
Okay, yeah. Let's figure it out later. We got to take care of Brian. Brian says that his Discord went bonkers today. So he's worse off than I am.
Oh, wow.
It says, he says, should I uninstall and then reinstall? My side of Discord is a blank screen. This is crazy. Yeah. I would say try reinstalling it. What do you guys think?
Sure.
It's kind of hard to, without more information, it's kind of hard to say.
Correct. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
What blank screen means.
Well, first I would say, Mozart, do you have
Yes.
any thoughts on this? On his blank screen Discord there?
I would just advise him to maybe reinstall it.
You heard it, Brian. I hope if you're still there. We recommend, sir, that you reinstall Discord. But make sure that you don't forget your login information so you don't have to make your account all over again. Try that, but first try restarting your computer. We got to mention that just in case. If you haven't restarted your PC in a while, do that first, because that could sort it out. If that sounded like a condescending suggestion, I apologize. My account or anything. Okay, but did you restart your PC recently? Just got to throw that out there. Okay, that sounds like, of course. Well, we're all getting on in years, and I'm just saying. Well, try restarting the computer first. Do a fresh restart, and then if Discord is still freaking out, then okay. Let us know how it goes, okay? All right. Now I'm gonna minimize Discord, and I'm gonna get on with. Get on with what was this thing? ChimeyGuitar. So first, Mozart. I don't mean to pry, but we kind of like to know generally. You're in Canada, right? Did you say you're in Canada?
Oh no, I'm just from Canada.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
would you care to tell us maybe just vaguely whereabouts you are on this planet?
Sure. I reside in the eastern part of the world, and I've been watching your broadcast and your videos for quite a while now.
Oh,
I really enjoy your content. I think it's kind of soothing and relaxing to listen to you, so I like to watch it and tune in every now and then.
I feel like a real YouTuber now. Thank you. Uh, thank you. Seriously, that's the only that's one of the only reasons I started doing this, because I didn't want to. But anyway, so in the eastern part, that's good enough.
And every
yeah.
time I watch content, it's just interesting to hear your insight about various things. I'm not really into any music production myself, but
Oh, okay.
I just like to watch you do it. It's cool.
Well, thanks, man. And by the way, you know, you don't have to be particularly skilled with music to enjoy this kind of thing. You can download the software, and as long as you got a microphone, and they're not expensive to pick up these days, get yourself a microphone, and you can just play with sound, and you can make like collages and stuff like that. Get yourself a little keyboard controller, and you can anybody can play keyboard, right, Phil? Right?
Anybody can do it.
Yep. I did this bass part last night with my keyboard, and I can't play to save my life. But anyway, it's therapy for me and for other people. So anyway, welcome into the clubhouse here. And so let me go
thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I'm really curious about this tool. I want to see how it sounds. I'd like to hear you guys' feedback, and let's get this out of the way. And then maybe we could just like hang out and shoot the breeze for a little while before and see how Brian is faring. And so let's just get this out of the way. So here I've got my acoustic guitar part. Still not really happy with this sound. Still a scratch track, but I'm thinking maybe I could improve it. So here's a new tool called ChimeyGuitar. And I've already had Phil. I don't know if you had time to watch this video yet, but I've got this acoustic part. I've got it mid-side EQ'd, and you can see that in the spectrum analyzer in the master bus. It makes a difference, but I'm using a Voxingo stereo touch on it, and so
Yeah, that's good.
okay. So like generally, and I'll show you how it looks on Span. So that's good for right now, but I'm kind of wondering, so I'm just going to shut up and go ahead and load the tool. And I'm guessing it's going to be under Amp Sims. There it is, ChimeyGuitar. And we got a lot of knobs here, but now the other question is where to put it in the chain. Phil, a supremely compressible instrument amp. Think of this as a compression effect. Where do you think I should put it in the chain? Huh? Oh, we got a delay. How bad is it? Guys? Uh-oh.
Sorry, I'm here. I unmute.
Rut-row.
I don't hear a delay from you. When we talk, there's a delay, so I just mute in between.
Well, when I mention something here,
I guess I'm the only one that's hearing a delay.
well, when I mention something in the Discord chat, is there a delay when it shows up in the YouTube stream?
No, it's not that. I think when we speak, our audio loops back to us.
Well, then you got to turn down the volume on the YouTube stream. Turn it all the way down.
No, I think it's something on the Discord.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then I don't know. Really.
Hey, let me check one thing.
Okay, I'll let you check that one thing. And I'm just gonna get a little nicotine hit.
Can you hear me?
I can hear. Okay, is that Brian?
Yes.
Can I go into the other? Audio doesn't loop, but in this chat.
Okay, that's Mozart. Brian, was that you?
Yes.
Okay, Brian. So you're back. He's back. All right.
With a delay.
With a delay. Well, all I can tell you is make sure the YouTube volume is all the way off if you're going to be hearing this.
It is.
All right. So I'm not hearing a delay. Everything's normal on my end. But I was hearing a delay the other night, so I think I know I have an idea what you're dealing with over there. But I don't know what to say about it.
Right. I don't know what to do either.
Maybe back out of the chat room and like leave it and come back in again.
How do I do that?
Just bang on it with a shoe, for crying out loud. Just bang on it. Smack it. Old school.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was just going to ask Phil if Phil is still able to chime in here. Do you think I should?
I can.
Do you think I should put this here in the effects rack chain, or do you think I should test it out in a bus? You think I should test it out in a bus?
I'm on iPad, so I have to jump screen. All right, let me see. I don't see your. Oh, you're on the side. Okay, never mind. You're in the inspector. We got Airwindows first, then meters and span. No, then what channel? What track are you on?
Lean Bear, the acoustic guitar. Here's the tool right here at the end of the chain. So first I've got IDX Waves IDX. Then I've got the new TB compressor demo mode. Thank you very much. I got the nag screens now. Voxengo Stereo Touch.
Oh, hold on. I'm not live. Sorry, it's me.
Okay, well, I don't know how much of a visual delay there is, but this is my plug-in chain here that I'm showing you. So Waves IDX.
There we go. Okay.
Waves IDX.
I'm seeing ozone.
Okay, now it's probably gone. So Waves IDX, Tone Boosters Compressor, Voxengo Stereo Touch, Ozone 11, that's mid-side EQ. And then I just added Airwindows. Keep forgetting the name. ChimeyGuitar. That's at the end of the chain. I'm thinking it should be near the beginning of the chain, if not first. Or I could throw it in a bus.
And what does it do to it?
Well, it's kind of like an amp sim, but it's a compressor. It's a newfangled compressor kind of effect.
Okay, so it's the polish. You can put it at the end.
Well, he used it to kind of Dire Straitsify a Strat part. Sounded really Dire Straitsy, like 70s Dire Straits, Mark Knopfler. And
yeah, I mean, but put it at the end because if
you don't have to explain.
You may not. The Stereo Touch probably could have gone last.
You think Stereo Touch should go after Midside? After Ozone?
Well, the Stereo Touch is creating artifacts, and you're just now dealing with that in Ozone and Airwindows. So it's like a final thing.
All right. Well, then first thing I'm going to do is A/B that. So I'm shutting off the new Airwindows tool, and we're going to hear it. We're going to solo it, and that's not very loud, but let's see. I got it at minus 12.6, and wow, that is different. Now I gotta hear it in the mix. Hardly think of anything to do but just take another drink. Okay, Phil, I'm going with your wisdom on this. I like that better. Okay? So Stereo Touch is now there, and we've got the new ChimeyGuitar at the end after Stereo Touch. Let's give it a go. Real mid-rangey. Just gonna dial in some. I'm gonna bring it back up again. Smile curve. I'm gonna A/B it. Off. First, the man takes the drink, then he's taken by the very drink he drank. On. And for all the abuse that he hurls, in the chaos that always unfurls, you can stammer and clutch at your or but pause to reflect the poor bastard as only himself think. Well, my feeling is it adds a bit more fullness and presence to that guitar part. Any initial reactions out there?
It sounded all right. I mean, it's like adding some harmonics and stuff. It's nice.
Well, it's he was demoing it on a Strat part, not a big strumming like acoustic guitar part. So I wasn't sure how it was going to fare. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to put it at the beginning, and just see, you know. I don't hear a whole lot of difference. So Phil, I'm going to go with your. It just sounds a little bit thinner without it. Sounds rounder, fuller, a little more present, mellower in a way. Definitely not making it any worse. Mozart, what do you think, man? Brian, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
You're
I mean, it sounds good to me. I got a lot of delay over here,
Oh, I see. Okay. Did you try?
so I can't really tell if he's coming back.
Did you try leaving the Discord chat room and re-entering?
Yes,
You tried that?
it worked for 5 seconds
think-
and then went back to delay.
Go ahead, Phil. Yeah. I heard Phil say, "I think."
Well, I was thinking, is it, but I could be wrong. In the lounge options, there's a deafen, disables all sounds,
Let me get Discord up.
and then I turn that on, and
Let's see. Here's the lounge area, and so yeah. When
Okay, I
mouse
just
over-
hit the deafen
Okay.
and then brought it back on. It muted me and then it brought me back on.
Well, we could hear you the whole time. I could hear you the whole time.
Hold on, let me try again.
Okay. You guys, you see when I mouse over it here. Okay, there. For Mozart, for you, I don't get the microphone headphone icons there, or for me, but I have them for Phil, and I got them for Brian, or I had one for Brian.
testing.
And when I
Okay, go ahead, Brian.
on Phil's, the microphone on Phil's looks muted.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm doing that when I'm not talking. I just
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
See, I got my.
But yeah, that deafen turns itself off when you talk.
If you guys go to another room, like a community hangout, let's see if the audio is still.
Community hangout? Okay. All right. Now I'm in community hangout.
Oh. Yeah, it's
How'd
weird.
that work out?
Wait, Lean,
Still have delay.
are you if you're broadcasting, you might have the sounds from the Discord loop to your microphone.
Are you talking to me?
Because when I'm speaking, your icon is lighting up. So I think the sound is looping through yours.
Well, the reason for that is I have my system audio as my Discord input.
Ah, I see.
So that when I play, no matter what I do, it'll come.
The
through.
sound can be heard.
So you guys can hear, like if I play
I see, yeah.
guitar through my interface,
It's
you
like
guys can hear.
difficult to fix. You have to split the audio, I guess, but
So that
Yeah, it's hard.
setup is creating problems for you guys. Is that what you're saying?
I think that's what's looping the audio.
See if I go into user settings here, and I'm going down to.
Did you change your Discord audio setting?
Well, I'm in settings and voice and video, and I'm just going to go ahead and switch it to my microphone.
Okay.
Let me see here. That is there. Okay, so Tell me if the
Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, it's fine now.
everything's okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Well, it was my fault
Yep,
the whole
great.
time. Sorry, guys. Well, live and learn. Live and learn. There we go.
We all do.
Okay. Well, then. Okay. Well, thank you, Mozart, for helping us sort that out.
Yeah, no problem. I think the best way to listen to your audio is probably just through the YouTube stream. So if you just put your output on whatever you're broadcasting with YouTube.
See, the reason I was doing that is there was like this 6-second delay between like the YouTube stream had.
Yeah.
You know. And
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't need that right now anyway. So we can just go ahead and let me see. So on this tool, Brian, I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna solo it this time. I'm just gonna play it in the mix, and I'm going to turn this new tool off and on, and just tell me. I want to hear your opinion. It's going to be a pretty subtle difference, but tell me if you can hear it.
Okay.
So now it's on, and you can see. I'm going to switch it off now. Now it's off.
Okay.
And on now. On. I've been drinking so long. Off. I can't hardly think of it. So to me, it's not making that acoustic guitar chimier. It's making it, I don't know, a little bit darker and fuller to my ears. But what do you guys think?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. It's taking up a little bit more of the audio of the space. And I'm not sure that's a good thing yet, but
Right.
that's just an initial setting.
So were you just playing that just now?
No. If you look at the
Okay.
if you look at the YouTube stream, I'm just hitting play on my project, and you can see
It's Memorex.
you can see here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the delay is between when I mention something and when you see it, but I've got. So Brian, Lean Bear is the acoustic guitar part, and I've got 5 plugins in the chain, and I just added this Airwindows ChimeyGuitar to the end of it. Again, it was demoed on a Strat and not on an acoustic guitar, and it had it just made the Strat sound like Mark Knopfler, and the compressor knob is really, you crank it up a little too far, it gets really farty and weird. So I just put it at a setting that sounded reasonable and okay, but I'm just going to, bypass it and just leave it there to think about later. The next thing I want to do is I want to put it on the bass guitar and see. And I'm really happy with the way this bass guitar is sounding so far. I've got it through Waves IDX, which is like salt, pepper, and butter. It goes on everything. And then Airwindows bass amp. And I'm thinking it's just this is the Cakewalk SI bass VST instrument just for now. I just did this stream a few hours ago in the early morning. So here's what it sounds like. That's the kind of bass sound I like, and there's without bass amp. That's my jam when it comes to bass. But so I'm curious to see if this thing here brings something to the table. Amp Sims, ChimeyGuitar, and let's. Okay. supposed to bring more pop, more attack. And I don't know. Definitely changes it, but I don't think so. I'm not hearing anything that compressor knob down a bit, maybe. Maybe.
Of anything to do but just take another drink. And I'm feeling just a little afraid.
Now, when I listen to it in the mix, you can't hear much. I can't hear much of a difference when it's soloed. But now that I listen,
I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, well, now we have a new issue.
I can't hear anything.
Oh well,
I
see,
can hear you now.
Mozart. That's why I pointed my. There we go. That's why I pointed the system audio mix into Discord for this very reason. That's right, because everybody's YouTube stream volume was turned all the way down, and now you can't hear the system audio. So,
Right.
is there a workaround? Mozart, you mentioned
The only thing that I could think you might be able to do is if you on your system audio,
yeah.
you mute the Discord audio. Then you would have to either wear headphones or split it to another output so that you could hear Discord.
On our side, I'm just muting the YouTube video itself.
We've got another. We got Phil and Mozart. This is like Batman and Robin.
Well, that's all I did was just it's YouTube that's causing it for me, so I just cut its audio and I'm only listening to Discord.
Oh yeah, you can do that as well. Yes, that works.
Okay, so I can't follow this. You guys tell me what to do.
Well, you're fine. You're doing what you need to do. It's on our side, and if on at least for me, and I'm on an iPad, but probably this computer's the same thing. I'm hearing both us through the YouTube feed and on Discord, so I just chose Discord because it's in real time.
Yeah, that's what I did as well. I just muted the YouTube, and then
the YouTube is behind, so it's causing this echo that we're hearing.
Oh, but so you're able to hear the project through Discord, but Brian can't hear anything.
I can hear you now, but I can't hear.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear when you were playing it.
He couldn't
Play it now. Let's hear.
He can't hear the project, so I'm gonna hit play. Now it's playing.
Oh yeah, so we're not hearing it in Discord. I only heard it on YouTube.
Right. So this is why
Yeah.
I pointed system audio to Discord input so that everybody could hear it.
Okay.
But it's causing.
Yeah, do that. But if we mute, I think on our end, if we mute YouTube, I think try it. I think we're all right.
Well, I'll try it again.
We just can't listen to both.
Well, it was causing the delay for you guys, right? So
I think it was YouTube. I don't know.
well, Mozart, do you think I should try it again? I'll go back into my user settings, and
I mean, you could be feedbacking yourself, but
I'm not hearing any issues at all where I am. So if I go back to stereo mix for input, stereo mix input and now I'm gonna hit play again on the project. Here we go.
See, sounds fine.
So you can hear it.
Yep.
Brian, can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Are you experiencing delay loops?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, just now I got the delay.
All right. So what do we do about this? Phil, are you hearing delay loops? And Mozart, are you hearing delay loops?
Let me test.
Okay.
Nope, I'm not.
Okay.
Because I don't have YouTube audio.
Okay.
I
Mozart,
Yeah.
are you hearing delay loops? No answer. Well, so Phil, do you have any idea for Brian to?
Well, on YouTube, Brian, under the little video screen where it's playing, there's like a volume slider.
Right,
like
I've got
for the
it
video
on.
itself. You just hit the little mute
Yeah,
on
it's
that.
off, and I hit stop.
So do
And you're still getting an echo.
you got YouTube muted, Brian?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And you still having delay loops?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
looping.
Okay.
Oh. But Brian, does the music sound fine?
The music sounded fine when I was listening to it on the other.
So it's just when you're hearing talking.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, that's livable.
Right.
Well, here's what I was saying. I'd kind of like to conclude this little test drive of ChimeyGuitar.
What'd you think?
Well, I had it when I soloed the bass part, and I found a setting that sounded, okay. It was a very, such a subtle difference that I thought, what's the point? But then when I listened to it in the mix, when I A-B'd it in the mix, I thought, oh, that's really actually pretty good. So I'll go ahead and hit play, and I'll A-B it in the mix, just maybe like focus on the bass part and tell me what you hear. So it's on now. Off. And on. Off.
I've been drinking so long.
Yeah.
I can't hardly think.
So I liked it,
That's a winner on the bass, in my opinion.
but when you get closer to final mixing, you're gonna have to tuck the bass guitar a little under your kick.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
But it makes the bass punchy. But when they don't line up, you can hear like brah.
Okay. Well, you know that
But it punched up your bass.
the drum kit and the bass, they're both VST instruments on the clock, right? So they're synced, you know. It's not a a timing issue between them.
But like the kick has an attack.
Yeah.
And the bass now has an attack.
Mm-hmm. And they're stepping
So-
to each other.
Well, typically what you do is duck the bass a little under it at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like the kick is the attack.
Yeah.
And the bass is the sustain.
Okay.
But then you want the punch for when the bass walks.
Okay. So
Does that make sense?
yeah, I'll just conclude. Well, see, this is not the drum. The drum track is just a glorified click track right now. It's just a placeholder to keep time, and
I do like it. It's open.
that you like that it's what?
It's a open beat. You know, so boom, gap, 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 boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's just here's the it's just this loop in the sequencer is all it is.
Yeah.
And as we build the arrangement and put this thing together, I'll be in the background. I'll be composing my drum part and practicing my drum part. And the idea is towards the end, I'll be able to play it, and I'll do the drum. I'll track the actual drum part later on down the road. But for now, I do think that this plugin is going to be useful for the bass, and I don't like it so much on the acoustic guitar, although we'll see. But the next thing I'm going to track is a part on the Strat. So we'll see if this if ChimeyGuitar brings anything to the Strat part. So yeah,
acoustic guitar's got a lot of sustain.
It's already really compressed
So I don't think
to begin with. So
yeah,
I just think I actually kind of like the sound of what it's doing. I just don't necessarily think that it's good for the mix and the arrangement as a whole. It should be sounding. See, the sound is going to get fuller as I add parts. It's sounding a bit thin right now, but that's deliberate. I mean, you can see how I've got the mid-side IQ. It's pretty much it's on the thin side for a reason. So I'm having to bear that in mind. So, anyways, I think that's a good test drive of that plugin and answers my questions. And I'm still able to update my Airwindows, so that's a good thing. So let's just
you've been not banded.
He puts it on GitHub, so I don't think there's any way to filter out the riffraff. So, but anyways, so how about this? Let's just I wanted to take a day off of this project, actually, just to freshen my brain. So I'm just gonna hit save and let's just chat for a few minutes and what's going on out there? How was your Sundays over there in North America?
Mine went pretty good.
Yeah. You
what'd you get up to over the weekend?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Well, me, we had a unexpected house guest from British Columbia, an older gentleman. Yeah. See, I've got this older friend in his 70s, really fine, very excellent musician, singer and fingerstyle guitar, and he invited me to a musical event at an old renovated farmhouse out in the Korean countryside, and that was nice. And he had a friend from out of town visiting Korea for the first time, and that man ended up staying with us up here in Paju for 3 nights, and so saw him off Saturday morning, and after driving him around and showing him around and being a host for better part of 3 days, I saw him off in Seoul on Saturday morning, and then I went to my kung fu lesson, and then yesterday I just did music and chores around the house, and that's it. So just down.
Nice.
And Brian mentioned being at work yesterday. I don't know what kind of work you do, Brian. If you care to share that.
I work for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I have projects I'm working on for clients. I'm a ghostwriter.
Oh, cool, man.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Ghostwriter for music
so,
or for literature?
I'm sorry, what? Say again?
Are you a ghostwriter for literature or for music?
Mainly books. And what?
Books.
See, I write the manuscript. They pay me, but they take the credit.
Yeah, I understand. So you're contracted
Okay.
with some publisher, and then they find someone who wants to
Right.
write a book, and you write it for them, and they pretend like they wrote it.
And I'll put this out there. I haven't told a lot of people.
Well, thanks for telling
A
us.
year ago,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I recorded 2 different music CDs on my own. Wait a minute, where'd you go? I can't hear nothing.
I'm listening, sir.
No, we're still here.
We're here.
Oh, okay. But I did them. They turned out like garbage, you know. But I have a little help this year, and you've been helping me out a lot. So I've got one that sounds a lot better. And I'm going to put it out as soon as I'm done recording.
Well, right on, man. Good. Well, you know, I've been following your work for a few months now, and it was a while before I, you know, sort of cleared my throat and spoke up.
Right.
And I've always been very appreciative of your. You are a writer, that's for sure. You've got a way with words and an ability to tell a story. It's a rare kind of skill. And in your case,
I
it's
appreciate
really,
that.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a writer too. I mean, my master's degree
Right.
is in a creative writing program. You ever heard of Hollins University? Or it used to be Hollins College back in the day. They had the creative writing program there, and that's where I got my master's. But
Oh, okay.
and I was a poet, you know. I studied under James Dickey, and won some contests.
Oh, wow.
You know, I'm a pretty good poet, but I mean, I just eventually sort of turned that towards lyrics, writing lyrics and songs and stuff. But you know, I know a good writer, and but the great thing about your words, your lyrics, they're so you know, it's kind of like Robert Frost in a way, if I was to compare it to a poet, like a literary poet.
One of my favorite.
Well, you know, so and he's great for this. He really is. I mean, he's one of my favorite. In my opinion, you know, like poetry just went sideways all kinds of directions in the 20th century, and you know, Robert Frost kept it real, just plain vernacular, natural language, and you've got that. So you're really excellent writer, and you're able to do that with song lyrics too. So that's why I always followed you, and I always thought, you know, I just more curiosity than anything. Like, I wonder what this guy's songs would sound like, you know, if they recorded in more of a standard like studio environment or way or whatever.
Right.
But I never said anything because I thought, well, he's doing his thing. He's doing what he wants to do. I mean, you know what they say, opinions are like, you know what? And but eventually,
Well, we
kind
we
of-
all want it to be good though,
Well, but see, that's
and see, I know my other two are not good.
okay. Well, I mean, that's your call to make, right? I mean, my I'm not going to get on my soapbox about this, but in a nutshell, my feeling is like, and I'm going to use a kind of a drinking metaphor because I'm an old drunk, but you know, it's like moonshine or hooch, you know. It's I don't want everything. I don't want everything to be like the sound professional and polished and mass produced. It's like that's if you're drinking moonshine, you don't want something that tastes like it came out of a big distillery or wine or whatever.
Right.
A home brew. And it has its own distinct character, and it's like one of my favorite rock albums of all time by a band that you can't even find on the internet. And they recorded all their albums on a 4-track in a garage. And they're lo-fi and
That's awesome.
Oh, they're lo-fi as all get out. But they've got this energy and this energy and this edge that I wish I still could. They were called the Grifters. They were a Nashville band in the late '80s and early '90s, and so it's just like well, there's Rich, he's doing his thing. I just wish I could hear the guitar a little bit better. The guitar sounds a bit thin. That's an awful lot of reverb,
Right?
You know, but I just didn't want to say anything because I respect. You know, I unless something really is brutally awful, just like offensively terrible, but it wasn't. So I've listened to it. Like, that's a good song, you know, it's a good song. And then finally, I don't know, I just felt like I'd say, hey, man, sir, I'm curious to hear how this would sound, you know, and then you were positive and receptive to that. So here we are. But
Absolutely.
I do respect everything that you've done as it was, you know, so.
Well, we took care of the warble. And we
Go
and
ahead.
we got the guitar sounding better.
Yeah, well, you did that. I don't know. You say it was the reverb. That's kind of new to me. Phil might have something to say about this because Phil, I was listening to when Brian got a USB mic involved and then he was on Cakewalk and was doing a recording and overall, like, it sounded better, clearer, and all that. But now this was guitar and voice at the same time. The guitar had this like a vibrato pitch warble to it, but not his voice. And I was just didn't know what to make of that. But Rich,
How was
says,
the guitar being put in?
Yeah, well,
Like, input-wise?
you guys talk about this for a minute. I'm listening.
I have a couple different interfaces, but the best one I have is called a pile. You heard of pile?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard they're like little amps and stuff. But when you use the pile by itself, does it sound fine? Like recording
Without the
guitar?
interface?
No. Using that interface to record a track of your guitar without the mic involved. Like, meaning, does it
Without
sound
the
normal?
mic involved.
Oh yeah, it sounds normal. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But when you tried to record two things together, it did something weird.
It did a warble. Yeah,
And your mic is
but my
USB
voice
mic
was
is
fine.
the mic was fine. When you use the interface, you must be using Windows Audio Wasapi. I'm assuming.
Yeah, Phil, we had him on Wasabi Shared like I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense other than alias. It's aliasing, but I'm trying to figure out why it's aliasing. So digital aliasing is like when the bit rate is not big enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got a question about the setup, the recording setup. So, Brian, you were running the guitar through an interface into your computer, and then you were running
Yes.
your voice through the USB mic. So separate signal paths into the computer.
Yeah, they're all coming together in Wasabi Shared,
Yeah.
Oh,
which is what Cakewalk is listening to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
okay.
Well, Brian came to the conclusion that it was too much reverb.
Oh, you were recording with reverb?
Well, Brian likes his.
I was
reverb.
using reverb.
Yeah, he likes his reverb, and so.
Oh,
Brian,
during recording? Okay.
I suppose. But Brian, when you toned down the reverb on the guitar, are you saying the warble kind of went away?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at my video,
Uh-huh.
you can hear it much differently now
Oh,
than
Okay.
before you and I worked together on it.
okay. All right. Well, it's just, yeah, this whole thing that
I'd love to do a session with you, Brian.
yeah, you guys.
I mean, if you need me to look at it.
Brian, you really want to take Phil up on that offer. You'll learn so much, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Phil is way further along this arc than I am, and he really knows things under the hood in a way that I don't. So
Okay.
you guys go ahead and make your date.
Yeah, I'll ping you. You're on Central Time?
I'm on okay. So Missouri's on Central Time right now down in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And they're an hour ahead.
Yeah, I was just getting bearing for the evening. I mean,
Yeah.
tomorrow evening I'll
Right.
ping you.
Can
think
I
I'm-
ask you guys a question?
Yeah, please do. Go ahead.
You guys all seem like quite adept in audio engineering and sound recording. For someone who has absolutely no talent with instruments, what would you say would be the first step towards like trying to be an audio engineer or like recording sound? Would it be learning the production software or learning an instrument?
Who wants to go
You
first?
don't need to know an instrument.
I'm sorry, Phil. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
You don't need to know an instrument at all.
Oh, really?
I mean, are you good at technology?
Yeah, I'm pretty adept with it. I would say so.
So, are you on a PC or
Yeah, I use a Windows PC.
it's probably easiest to do kind of like what Lean Bear does, what Matt does, which is he uses Cakewalk with his
Yeah.
Windows audio.
And is Cakewalk,
And if
is
you
that
don't
similar-
sing,
is that just like
don't
a
get a
audio
mic.
engineering?
It's a DAW, a digital audio workstation.
Okay.
And as it's like Matt has said, it's a word processor for music. So you
Got it.
can record on it like a tape recorder. But if you're not going to do audio, you're going to do like I do and use MIDI and program it. Like basically, you're going to draw out your chord and.
Yeah, I've seen one of my friends. He's a producer, so he uses Pro Tools, and I see how he's able to make the instrument sounds with MIDI. So you just do it digitally, basically.
Yeah, and you'll use loops. Like I don't do loops and stuff, but a lot of musicians have loop libraries, and they mix and lay down loop tracks. So I can show you one day. You drag a loop in, copy. Now you got a bass riff, and then bring in something else, and
I see.
then a virtual instrument.
Here's what Phil is talking
What
about.
you should learn is the software.
Yeah, just getting familiar with how to use the software, the hotkeys, all that sort of stuff.
Then
okay,
listen to music for real, like, and understand it. Like, hear the parts, like kind of what Matt's doing. Here, there's a drum part. What is the drum parts doing?
Okay. So
what is the bass guitar? Listen for the bass. Try to pick it out. Tune your ears to each sound that you hear. And then what you want to do when you write, and watch some videos on how to make music. There's a bazillion of them. Start off simple with chords and learn just a chord or two. You'll figure it out. It's not hard. But you'll play those little parts. And Matt, like he just showed you, he did the bass guitar without playing a bass guitar.
Right. So
I see.
Let me.
Yeah, he just programmed it with MIDI.
Let me give my little answer here. So what Phil's talking about, you can see visually if you look at the YouTube stream. This is a cakewalk project here, and you can see that like track 2. You can see the audio waveforms. That's acoustic guitar tracked through microphone. The main vocal, you can see the audio waveforms tracked through the microphone. But the bass guitar track, I'm going to open that in what's called the piano roll. It's a bunch of blips, right? And right now that is being played. These blips, this is all, it's a piano roll, right? So right now that is being played. That piano roll is being played by this bass guitar virtual instrument. But I could load a synth.
Right. You can just draw it on the screen.
I could load a synth, and I could just I could play the same piano roll part through a synth or any other instrument. And then he mentioned loops. This is just for the time being, but I've got this on a drum loop, and if I click on that, this is called the step sequencer, and that's just a loop, a drum loop, kick, snare, and hi-hats. And it's just there's one loop, and it's just copied and pasted or duplicated across like that. And so going back to your first question of like, do I need to be able to play an instrument? No, you really don't. Not to get started. There's all kinds of stuff you could do. You could do kind of like audio collage if you want. You could, Cakewalk is, I don't know if I said it was like MS Word for audio, but I'd say it's a bit better, like more involved than that. Like there's a lot you can do with Cakewalk. It's pretty powerful. And so I would say, if you're already pretty good with computers and software, just have fun with it. Download it, install it. Maybe, like Phil said, there's just like endless tutorial videos out there. The problem with that is just like there's too much. But it's out there, and if you want to pick up skills in like 5, 10, 15 minute chunks, you can do that. I like to do kind of a long format thing where you can sit in on a session and get a more naturalistic sense of how it flows. But the main thing is roll up your sleeves and just, I call it sandboxing. Just be like a kid in a sandbox. Just play around and don't be afraid to try things, and just, you'll be surprised what you come up with, And I would say start.
That makes sense.
Get yourself a USB condenser mic. or even a.
I already have a USB condenser mic as well. So
Oh, there you go. You're ready to begin. Get Cakewalk installed. Learn how to. Cakewalk comes with some plugins already bundled in it that are okay, but there are a lot of them out there that I've never paid for any of it. But I just did a video last night for Brian on how to find and download and install plugins, and then just you can start. I mean, that's the primal instrument is your own voice. Start with your voice, and if you got something to bang on, I mean, so before I had my MIDI controller, I did DIY drums. I used cardboard boxes and plastic chairs, you know, and with some manipulation and creativity, you can get an plastic chair from IKEA to sound like a snare, and you can get a cardboard box to sound like a kick or a tom. Or I used the back of an acoustic guitar body for toms, you know. And
yeah, that makes sense.
Just have fun with it, and just have fun. That's my first advice. Roll up your sleeves, get involved, and have fun with it. And
all right, well, yeah, thank you guys for the advice. I'm gonna probably head off here, but yeah, I'm gonna download that software tonight. So I'll download a Cakewalk and take a look at it. Very cool.
And since you're in Discord, I guess as you can see here, before you go, real quick, as you can see here in Discord,
for sure.
I've got I've got you, and then there's Nenko in France, and there's Brian, and there's Eric in North Carolina. There's Phil in Florida, DJ in Australia. He doesn't like me anymore. Some other guys around Europe, but I've got everybody here so my private chats. We need to hook you up with Phil and Brian, so you guys are interconnected. And then you've got your Discord chat there all the time. You can share stuff and ask questions and stay in touch.
Yeah, for sure. I'll pop in every now and then for sure, and be active in the chat.
Very cool. Yeah,
thank you guys, and
let us know if we can help you.
Have a good night.
Okay, man.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, take it easy.
You take care, brother. Okay.
You too.
See, that's what it's all about, fellas. That's why I started a YouTube channel.
Yep.
Didn't want to, but that was all I asked. If I do this, could I just please have a few like-minded fellow travelers? And this is all I asked for.
I sent Cardboard the link.
Cool.
To that 80K guy who has all the Cakewalk listens.
Okay. Yeah. And Creative Sauce, he's good for Cakewalk, his old stuff, right?
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I guess I should probably get going here. It's getting on noon, and I need to start thinking about getting this place cleaned up for business. But Brian, I need to catch up with your recent stuff. And Phil, you also, I still didn't get to your unboxing video, but it was kind of a whirlwind last week. So this week I'll catch up and Phil.
Yeah. Totally understand. I got a busy week myself.
Phil, but let's you and I sometime this week. Let's do a session interview. Have you bring us up to date on your current project and that you had a little kind of aha moment with something you were trying to working on the transition.
Oh yeah, I read a whole section.
Yeah, so we can do a spotlight on your project. And Mozart just left a comment again. You guys all have a writing background. Me too. Bachelor's in poetry and classical literature. That's great, man. That's incredible. So we can talk poetry sometimes too. Yeah. And Rich, Brian, it's really cool to know that, like I said, I always knew you were a good writer. I just didn't know that it was your profession as well. Awesome, Mozart.
Yeah, it's the only job I have.
Okay, well, Mozart, we're gonna have to talk poetry sometime. Okay. You got my curiosity piqued, so that's great. That's great. And Brian, I'm glad to hear that you're making progress. Please check out. Last night I made a video for you, showing how to like download and install plugins. It was in the last couple of days.
I watched it.
Okay, good. And then last night,
yeah.
I did a couple of streams last night. They went on for kind of a while, and I try to keep them from going on too long, but that's kind of my way, you know. But anyways, thanks for piling in here and making this such a worthwhile thing to do this morning. Appreciate you guys, man. Really.
Oh, it's good. It's great. I like doing it.
Yeah. And Phil, are you all knackered out after your pool party?
I am relaxed right now.
Okay. Good.
It's been a lot.
Everything go well? Just some good food?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just have guests on 2 o'clock to about 8 o'clock, so
Yeah.
it's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, then, getting on noon here, so the place is kind of, and the missus stepped out to go shopping this morning, so I need to go on a cleaning. What do you say? I need to clean the place up, so I'm going to sign off. And
All right.
You have a good one, both of you.
I'll catch up with you guys again very shortly. Okay, take care. God bless both of you.
Okay, take care, guys.
And everyone. Over and out.